Hello guys, this is Ether the Rapper. I'm back again. So pretty much that's pretty much want to cover types of other things been going on. Today is uh January the 8th, 2019. I want you guys wish you a happy new year. It's pretty much, New Year's resolution, pretty much trying to make entertain, trying to put out new music, trying to like put out new things. When I first started this channel, I pretty much had a goal in mind of trying to discover myself as pretty much as an artist, as a poet, especially. I always loved poetry. Even when I was little, I like loved writing poems. Like it doesn't matter. Like I loved words. I had English class when I was in, I think it was 10th grade, and it was an assignment that was given about to write a poem. And I always used to write poems like a little bit on the side, but when I really got into it, I wrote this really good poem. And at the end of the day, I was suggested to go to honors English, and after then I became like obsessed with pretty much writing. Um, that became my long pursuit of pretty much writing poetry. When I was in middle school, I originally started to like rap on the side. It was pretty much like a joke. I kind of did it pretty much to try to like gain attention in a way, but at the same time, I wasn't really good at it. It was like a little kid doing it, but like as I got older, I like thought about it. I would rap on the side, see if I can like do it or not. So pretty much as time progressed, like I became more and more involved in poetry. I actually start that began my pursuit of like trying to write. Uh, Before I tried to like write books, specifically books, because I wrote like three books up. As they're not, one of them is which has not been completed. Uh, it's like a side note. I started pretty much writing poetry first, and I actually wrote a poetry collection called Collections, and I wrote another one called The Night Water. Now, The Night Water is available on Amazon. If anyone's interested on that, is by E. Halford, is on Amazon. Um, and it's pretty much I wrote it when I was in college. It is a spew collection of pretty much a bunch of different type of experimental poetry, and it consists of the main poem, which is called The Night Water. Now, as time progressed, I pretty much came up with like I was always really big with like movies, and I was always like obsessed with like movie ideas and like other types of like great movie things, kind of because I'm always like having these ideas in my head. So pretty much like I got really excited about this type of stuff. So I came up with like what would make a really good movie line? Like what would make a really good movie line? And I went up online and I looked up like the next 1,000 greatest movie lines ever, and it was like, all right. And then like I literally became obsessed. I was like on YouTube basically looking up the best YouTube, the best. I mean the best movie lineup imaginable. And that's what began my start into writing in the first place. Because I was like, if I'm gonna write a book, right, it's gonna be the best line of a book. If literally if I'm gonna bother writing it, it has to start off one of these damn movie lines. I was like, it has to, because if it's not, then it's like, what's the point? So I was like, I gotta like get my name on that list, because it's like I gotta get up there. So that's why I kind of started out. So when I was like thinking about it, I pretty much started like writing all of these lines out. And next thing you know, time goes on, it progresses a little bit, and I actually come up with several good lines in my mind. And three of those lines ended up becoming books, like entire books. Like if you can imagine that, like entire novel length books. Just like carry on sentence. And not like carry on, but it was like relatively because one thing leads to another and the ideas kept coming and kept flowing. And that was back in 2012. So it was when I was still in college and I was still trying to like think and how to put things together, things like that. But other than that, that began my long journey in terms of writing and creative process as well. So when I wrote these three books, they pretty much about sci-fi because I have a very like scientific interest in lots of type of science things, because I love science. And I think science, like another thing I want to cover in this is about like scientific things as well. If I'm gonna like incorporate, because this channel is not just music. That's not exactly what it is. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff I really want to share with the world about like my ideas and about like the things that I have, how I see reality. And it begins pretty much with this journey of like trying to discover my like voice and like how I can express things in a unique way. So the three books that I ended up writing, one of which actually started as a blog post in a blog that I had originally started to try writing back in 2012. It was called The Colder Lives. Uh, and it actually became a complete novel. It's like a 90,000 word novel that I literally have to edit. And that, as a side note, I was still at the same time still writing another book, which is the book that I initially wanted to write, which is called Reasons. Now, Reasons is a book about the reasons why people behave the way they behave. And it pretty much covers like different type of life stories, dynamics between people. Anyway, there's still like editing and this like process. One day, eventually, I'll be able to release it to the public. Uh, that began my long journey into writing, and after which I started writing my 50,000 word poem. And pretty much it was just like this. I didn't know where it would have led. And I just kept writing and writing and writing and writing. And I really began to just fall in love with words because I felt like words can really capture a lot of me, especially metaphors. Like, especially like really powerful metaphors, like things that could normally not be like covered by certain things could really be covered by a metaphor. Then I began to see how important a metaphor can really do to express a meaning of something, and that's when I really got into that type of thing about how can you construct metaphors, like at the tippity top, like how could you build a metaphor. So when I first began this type of journey, it was pretty much like where was it gonna go? Where was it gonna lead? And it finally led to pretty much developing metaphors to express myself and to express my ideas that I had about the universe. So that ended up leading me to this point in time that right now I'm pretty much in this musical journey. This is what I consider this YouTube channel. This is a musical journey because I don't know where it's going to lead. Like, I don't know what type of music I'm going to be making because I literally don't know. I don't have no plan. I have like a goal, which is to put out this EP, to put out this album. And like, I don't know what it's going to sound like. Like, I don't know what if genre it's going to fit in. I don't know if it has a genre. I don't know. All I know is that I want it to sound good and I want it to entertain. And I want it to be progressively better. Because I'm a novice. I'm an amateur. You want to say that about me? Fine. I'm an amateur. But at the same time, I have this vision that anybody can reach their dreams if they want to. Anybody could make reality come true for themselves if they wanted to. That is my logic. That is my reasoning. Is that if you really want something in your life, then you can get that. You just have to work at it. And you just can don't let anyone tell you differently. You just have to work at it and you can get what you want out of life. Because life is like a field of options, a field of different opportunities, and you just have to reach for it. And this is what this is about. This is about reaching for like, not just me, not just for me, but to be an inspiration for others. That you can then see me and then see, you know what, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to go up and I'm going to start writing songs. So maybe I'm not that good at it at first, but you know what? Everyone gets better at something if they try doing it. You know, and I'm like finding out doing this process. I do it for a couple of months that I really enjoy doing this. And maybe you can start doing something too. Like just pick some type of hobby and be like, you know, I really like doing this. Not like a little bit. I really like doing this. And like that and then it becomes like a part of your life. And it becomes like a part of who you are as an individual. And that's kind of what this point is. Like it's like a journey of self-discovery. And it's a journey that I want you to pretty much participate in. Like, and then I want to entertain you as well as through my journey because I don't know what these songs are going to sound like. I don't. And I don't know if they're going to sound good or not. And I hope they sound good. I really do. Because it's kind of the point. Because I've been like, you got to make good music, right? But like at the same time, I also want the music to sound of a high quality. And I want it to entertain you. And because it's entertaining to me when I make it. So other than that, I am trying to like work on making beats as well and getting learning that. But this is my self journey, my discovery. Ether the rapper. It's not just like it's like I started my life with a certain goal and I'm gonna leave my life somewhere. So I'm gonna begin my life here at this point forward and I'm reaching towards the stars now. I'm looking forward and I'm like, I'm gonna get it, you know, I'm gonna get my life. Because you can get anything that you want as long as you keep trying. That's what I believe deep down. Deep down, I believe you can get anything you want as long as you keep trying to get it. Because life, you know, life presents you opportunity. in the most rarest form, and you gotta seize that opportunity. Because if you don't, I mean, like, you don't never know. You never know. So anyway, that's kind of the point of my channel, and I hope you guys enjoy. So please subscribe as you go through this musical journey with me, hopefully. Anyway, thank you guys, and please subscribe to my channel, Ether the Rapper. Follow me Instagram, Ether the Rapper. I have a SoundCloud account, Ether the Rapper. Anyway, thank you guys, and have a great New Year.